Scorpio friends, I'm Annie Botticelli, and welcome to my Scorpio April 2025 Astrology Horoscope Forecast. This month still may be among the most intense in the year, with March, the month we're just stepping out of, possibly one of the most intense, but we're still in eclipse season, and the news, the information, the new way of life that's coming from those changes that may have just occurred are going to be very fresh in your mind, in your experience, and you may still have the news from those eclipses yet to be delivered this month. This is for you if Scorpio is your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or any other Scorpio placement you're listening for. What I'm going to talk about here is part of your astrological picture. And very late degree Scorpio friends, so birthdays like November 15th through the rest of the sign, or Scorpio degree 23 degrees through the rest of the sign, I suggest you additionally listen to my Sagittarius report, as you very late degree friends will benefit from both readings. So these reports for the specific signs are shorter now because I'm doing weekly reports and new moon and full moon reports. So a lot of the things that I would have covered in the monthlies, I'm covering in those reports. So make sure you don't miss those. But for now, we'll just really focus on Scorpio things and other things related to how Scorpio will experience general transits. First thing that I'm seeing very clearly is that we have a massive amount of water energy still occurring. Ceres, Saturn transiting North Node, Venus, Mercury, all in Pisces, making the most beautiful aspect in all of astrology, the trine, with Scorpio placements. And then Mars still, after all of this time of spending a lot of time in Cancer, first got there in September of last year, ducked out briefly into Leo, still in Cancer, will be here for a little longer, water sign, again, a trine. So we're having a ton of water. Besides, also, Vesta is in the sign of Scorpio, and Lilith is there as well. So that means that this month you have a lot of the planets that are speaking your language. The subtle spaces of quiet understanding, the inner realms, the fantastical, the esoteric, the spiritual, the mysterious, the emotional, all of those are coming into the forefront this month. And for every planet that I listed that's in a water sign, those are more lines of energy that are feeding your way of being naturally. So enjoy that, because we are going to have a lot of this energy moving along this month. It's a transition month. And so very quickly, Mercury will get into fire, into Aries, pretty soon. Mars will get into Leo, and Venus will get into, Venus is in retrograde. It's going to go retrograde. So it's actually going to turn direct and then get back into Aries. Yeah. So take advantage of the water energies is the point, because our picture is changing here very rapidly. All of these Pisces energies light up for Scorpio the fifth house of creativity, and Pisces is also an artistic and creative type of energy. The fifth house that all of these Pisces placements led for Scorpio is the Leo house, and this is about doing your craft and people seeing it and people recognizing what you're bringing, and you being on stage, or you being visible, or you being lit on fire, doesn't matter if anybody sees, from this creative force. So in recent months, and very strong in April, you may feel that the creativity that you had lost or had, seemed very far away, has now come back into the picture. Music, art, voice, dance, athletics, fashion, architecture, whatever your thing is that you love to do, your hobby, your gift, all of it is just really, really soaring now. And you may have a chance to really just swim in that sea of creativity, in this beautiful, timeless flow. Now, at the same time, all of the Aries placements, Neptune very recently into Aries for the first time, changing signs in 14 years, hasn't been in Aries for almost hundreds of years. So that's a big deal. I made a special report actually for that. You can search for Annie Botticelli, Neptune and Aries for podcast, and on YouTube as well. So I won't talk about that, but just adding to this fire party, we have very long-term placement, Eris and Aries, long-term placement, Chiron still in Aries, the sun, short-term placement, but still in Aries, Mercury getting there, and Venus, has been teeter-tottering between Pisces and Aries, and will be going back into Aries. So this is also a fire month, and as the month goes on, it becomes more fiery. And as the month goes on, we're getting out of retrograde. So April 7th, Mercury is direct, and it will take until the end of April for that to really get regulated. into May, really. And then April 12th, we have Venus going direct. That way for the full shadow to really recover. But this is a month of change in direction. Those tides that have been really flowing inward, so they started September into October and they've just been flowing inward. So if you're not familiar with my tide analogy, when we have all of this retrograde energy, it really brings us inward and backward, where you stay on the beach and you see what comes to you from the tides, rather than trying to push something on the tides, because it will quickly come back to you. So anything you're trying to launch far and wide is not great to launch when the tides are coming in. But this is your last month before the tides are like fully out. So getting everything ready for your big launch, doing your last short-term promos, going through and just finishing everything up for your big launches and your big decisions and your big moves and your big projects. That is this month, okay? And you will have all of this fire energy. The fire is going to add the flame under your watery pot and under the watery pot of all of the water planets that are moving now. All right. So it's very action oriented. It's emotion stirred into action. It's feeling stirred into action. And so you will be feeling it. And as the month progresses, you'll have more and more touch points for really starting to push things forward, because all of the outer planets are also direct at this time. So, that it's rare when that happens. And there is this shift that is happening now of moving forward. Now, all the Aries placements, including the very recent solar eclipse, March 29th, just a few days before April, and all of the other Aries energy that I mentioned, is talking about this autonomy, this individuality, this focus on things just for you or your unique expression. And these things can help you go deeper into relationship, but, they're very much about things that you're reclaiming back for yourself. And specifically for Scorpio, this lights up your 6th house of your health and your daily work and your daily routine. You may be claiming back your daily routine, your health routine, your wellness routine. You may be claiming back, time from working more efficiently and doing stuff every day, that can be streamlined. So look for changes in your daily experience to occur and, fresh new ways of going about your daily experience. So on April 19th, Mars gets into Leo and it moves into your 10th house of work and career and your employment or your place out in the world. If you're retired or money doesn't matter to you, this is your place, like your club or your place where you gather with other people, that they see you and you're giving your gifts to the world and you're participating in things, outside in the world with other people. So Mars is going to get there, and as I say, wherever Mars goes, your obsession flows and your energy and your focus flows. So, you'll be very hot on work things. And I will tell you that you only got a little bit longer of Jupiter being in your 8th house. This has been since May of 2024. It will go till June of 2025. That's in the whole house chart. In the Placidus charts, it will stay so basically November born Scorpios, or 10, 11 degrees of Scorpio, you all will have Jupiter lingering in your 8th house for longer, in the Placidus charts. But still, there's something happening where there's going to be a shift pretty soon for Jupiter. And you've had it in your 8th house of Scorpio. Okay. So that means that luck and winning things and people giving you money and influence and power and either you being that person or connecting with other people, collaborating, all of this energy gives you extra chance for this. I remember looking back, there was a time before I did astrology where I was winning things a lot. And when I started doing astrology, I looked back at that time and I saw that Jupiter was moving through my 8th house. And I didn't know about astrology at that time, but I was still winning everything that I pretty much put my name in for. It was a pretty active time, finding money on the ground, things like that. So this luck of other people's money, you've got it now. And with Mars moving into your work sector, this could be a time if you need capital for your business, if you have an idea you want promoted within your business, if you need a job, if you want a raise, if you want a lateral movement or, a position boost of some kind. Jupiter is helping you as Mars is bringing your focus there. So it's a lot of energy and it's a lot of potential. The 8th house can also have to do with estate planning and, behind the scenes discussions about wills and money and trusts and, business conversations. Very likely since September, you've been having these behind the scenes discussions about something important in your business, something important with your work, or something important with your family finance. And now those things are about to be launched or brought out. You'll see a lot of forward movement in April, followed by even more movement in May and June. And as Jupiter progresses out of there, you will see the work that has been done really starting to shine. Okay, I told you April 12th, there will be Venus going direct. That's also the day of the full moon at 23 degrees of Libra. Remember to look out for my report on that because I'll go into details about that moon. I just want to give you the dates here. And then the new moon is April 27th at 7 degrees of Taurus. Look for my video and podcast closer to that time. I do give you lots of dates, in my monthly reports. If you want more dates, definitely go to anniehelpsyou.com, sign up for my free email newsletter, and get my monthly written star report with the sweet and salty dates. Now, if you love how I teach and you want to learn, I have an epic promo where you get $1,500 worth of free courses and other goodies when you register for my Astrology Mastery certification course now. So if you go to beastropro.com, beastropro.com, you can see all of the goodies and register. I will be closing that promo out soon, so make sure that if you want to take advantage of it, you do. If you love how I teach and you really want to learn for yourself, for your family, or for your friends, or if you want to get paid to do astrology, that is my area of special focus, you can learn all of that in this course. And the course costs less than the bonuses that you're receiving, so you're really making out like a bandit here. If you've noticed that you're not seeing my content a lot, that's because YouTube's has shenanigans going on. We'll just put it that way. So the only way to really know you're going to get all of my content and to also get it early is to go to anniehelpsyou.com, sign up for my free email newsletter, and you'll get all kinds of goodies as well in that welcome letter. But you'll make sure to not miss anything. I am posting on Sundays weekly reports for the astrology of the week. I'm posting new moon and full moon reports, and and people are missing things. I've been hearing this, so you can sign up for that there. Also, if you have tried to sign up for my newsletter and it's bouncing you back, 100% of the time that is because many email servers, like the one that I use, will issue a block on an email if you've ever ran out of storage in your email. This is a good customer, public service announcement as well. If you've ever run out of storage in your inbox, then there's a notice that's sent with your email that blocks it from signing up for certain lists. So that would be the reason why. So if you do have that problem, go to anniehelpsyou.com, go to the About and Contact tab in the corner. About, click down and it will say Contact and email me, and I'll tell you how you can get your name off that list so that you can join my email list. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you in the next report. Bye for now.